So Zhu Su apparently has a yacht expected to deliver. I think it's sometime next month. That's the plan. And we have this thread from FatMan that I'll put up on the screen, and we'll go through here and read through it. But before we go through it, this is just the story. I was sort of defending 3AC in the beginning, was really willing to play the middle ground and just kind of get more information. Well, now that more information is rolling out, it really does seem like they were just going buck wild with their money and just winging it all around, which and disregarding all risk management, all the fact that this is investors' money, other people's money for the most part. They had a lot of their own money invested, and it was a majority of their own money that started 3AC, but they had tons, 9 figures worth of other people's money that they were managing as well. So the complete disregard for risk in these scenarios is just utterly mind-blowing to me. Again, it's becoming more and more like they are just kids that got money and just decided to buy everything they saw while still trying to hold their crypto. And I'm going to elaborate on that in a little bit more here, but let's go ahead and read the FatMan thread. So FatMan says the verified sources confirm that Zhu Su, the CEO of 3AC, owned a mega yacht worth $50 million that he would show off to friends and prospective investors to signal his luxurious wealth. This yacht was purchased with borrowed money, and 3AC has been unable to cover it beyond the down payment. Addendum, despite Zhu showing off ownership of the yacht, the pictures in it, according to the sources who gave me this info, he didn't even have the yacht in person yet. It's technically scheduled to be delivered next month, so that's what I was saying, sometime in July. Credit to Lawmaster for this piece of info. Then someone jumped in the middle here, Jacob Silverman, and said this has gone from a $200 million yacht to a $50 million yacht to a photo of a yacht that is supposedly ordered. How can we trust this verified source like this? And then FatMan responds, there was an anonymous person on here. His account is now gone, posting about a $200 million yacht. Wasn't me. I got the $50 million yacht from info from a trusted fund manager who Sue was bragging to a few months ago. And then Larry Sternmack, who we've talked about before on this channel, I would say is a very reputable source, says it's true. It was a $60 million SGD scheduled to be delivered next month. He showed off with it constantly, specifically the San Lorenzo 52 steel. And then this guy, this is kind of funny. So this guy posts a picture, OX Matt, or a screenshot, and Sue says, what's a good warm water boat? 150 to 250 feet. So this is April 10th of last year that Sue asked this question, and then this OX Matt guy responds, a San Lorenz feed ship, Mondo Marine, Amels, Benetti, Abeking, Rasmussen, Lursen. I don't know how to pronounce that. I probably just butchered that. Sue actually went with the San Lorenzo. Now, did that have any influence on his decision? I don't know, but just kind of funny to watch that play out. But here's where it gets, okay, so the guy, the fund manager, you know, these guys who co-founded a fund, they go and they buy a yacht, so what? Well, when you unravel the rest of the story that we've talked about on this channel and the fact that they were so illiquid, they had so little cash on hand, and what cash they did have was mostly deposited into Luna and Anchor Protocol. Okay, so outside of that, they were borrowing tons and tons of money, and this yacht was on borrowed money. And a lot of people are speculating that they were trying to do the TikTok trend of what people are doing on TikTok with their money in Anchor to pay off this boat. Now, if you don't know what the TikTok trend is, I'm going to put this clip up right now so you guys can see.
To buy $1 million home for half the price. The thing is, you can only do this if you know how to utilize cryptocurrency. So this is the house that I'm gonna buy, and it costs about 1.4 million. So I'll have to pay around 7 grand a month. But for this entire house, the total that I need to pay is 740K. And it's because of crypto. For the down payment, I'll have to pay about 20%, which is 290K. With the remaining 450K, I'm gonna put that into the Anchor Protocol. Once I deposit the 450K, it'll yield me 19% per year. That's 88 grand a year. Now divide that by 12 months, and that's gonna make me 7.3K a month, just enough to cover the monthly cost of this mansion. After it's paid off, I'll have a $1.4 million home, plus be making 7.3K a month doing nothing.
Okay, so tons of people were actually going about doing this. Now, not most people didn't have 500 grand or 500 million or whatever to deposit into Anchor, but they were doing it with other things. So, you know, maybe they were going out and buying stuff on credit cards and then using Anchor to pay the credit cards, yada, yada. Guys, this is a terrible idea, okay? Any money you deposit in crypto, you should treat it as if it could be evaporated tomorrow, okay? So don't go out buying things and expecting for a protocol and the interest earned on a protocol to make your monthly payments. If you're not comfortable making those monthly payments on your own with just your standard income, then you shouldn't buy it. What you should do then is take that money, and if you are earning interest like people were early days in Anchor, then fantastic. Take that money, put it into a bank account, and then once you get enough built up into the bank account, just pay for that item cash. Don't take out debt expecting income from a protocol like Anchor to sustain that payment. That is a very, very sketchy way of going about debt, because let's take that kid that we just saw in the videos scenario. Let's say he buys that house. For one, most mortgage companies aren't going to give you a mortgage on that kind of income. You usually have to have sustainable income that's from a business, you know, so technically, yes, you could run that income through an LLC, but you would still need a year and a half at least. Most mortgage companies require 2 years of sustained income through that business. So, you know, technically there's loopholes around that, but most mortgage companies wouldn't give you that in the first place. But even if you did get one, even if you got a mortgage on that house, think about the feeling you would have now knowing that this $7,000, first of all, you lost your entire initial deposit of about 500 grand. Gone. Completely gone. So that money has vanished. And the way you were going to pay for the house was based on that 500 grand, and that 7,400 bucks a month in income is now out the window as well. And you've got to find a way to supplement that income to continue paying your mortgage. That's a bad situation. I've got to sell my house right now and get out of this thing. You know, when they could have just bought a house cash with the 500 grand and been in a way better place and taken that extra money a month and again put it into a bank account. So I thought this was super interesting. Did Sue and 3AC plan on paying for this yacht through Anchor Protocol income? Wouldn't surprise me. We don't have any like hardcore evidence on this. You know, so we don't know for sure, but I can say that their liquid assets, most of which was locked up in Luna and Anchor. So maybe they did. Maybe their plan really was to pay for this yacht with revenue from their Anchor interest. So anyways, guys, interesting story, and just kind of wanted to cover it because next cycle, again, this pertains to this cycle, but next cycle there's going to be 1,000 protocols that pop up that talk about giving you payouts of 20% interest and these crazy APRs and APYs, and people are going to do the exact same thing. So no, it might not be the same project, but it doesn't matter. This is still going to apply in the future. Again, do not take out debt expecting income from these protocols. They're just too new, guys. It's too risky. And you're talking about locking yourself up with the house with a 30-year mortgage. That's a long time, guys, for a protocol like that to sustain such a high interest rate, and it's probably not going to happen. 9 times out of 10 it doesn't happen. I can't tell you one protocol that has sustained a 20% interest rate since the beginning of crypto. So, and we're only a few years into the DeFi thing, right? Like maybe a year and a half, 2 years. So again, guys, do not make major bets like that on income from DeFi. So I hope you guys found this video valuable. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.